As a coaching business, I already know how busy you are. You're trying to juggle multiple clients, you're trying to schedule everyone into your calendar, you're trying to work out if this tool fits with that tool, if this platform works with that platform. There is a way to streamline all of this, and you've probably guessed, it's called Kajabi. My name's Jay, and I'm the first person to put my hand up and say that I want an easy life. Running a business is enough work as it is without having to faff about with software and platforms that just don't work for my business. Coaching requires a lot of scheduling and a lot of organisation, and I need a platform that does it for me. Fortunately, Kajabi offers all of those things and then some, and what I particularly like about this platform is that it offers me group coaching. That means I can coach more people at the same time and earn even more money. And today I'm going to take you through a tutorial that shows you exactly how to set up one-on-one coaching as well as group coaching. I'm not going to make you wait until the end of this video before I tell you about our offer. Just check the link in the description below. It gives you a 30-day extended free trial for a Kajabi plan of your choice. That means you can get started, set up your business and start making sales before you've spent a dime. And also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Let's jump into the coaching section of Kajabi. Head to products, click coaching, and you're there. Now, if you haven't built any coaching products before, this screen's going to look a little different. It will invite you to create your first coaching product, and then once you start adding them in, the dashboard will build out. So you'll be able to see here all your active clients and completed sessions, how much you've earned, and you'll see your upcoming sessions listed here. Now, this is a dummy account, that's why the figures are blank, but once you start using yours, they'll obviously populate with what you've got going on. Under here are all your different coaching products. So they're listed under program. You can see here I've set up a group coaching and I've set up a one-to-one coaching session as well. As you create them, they'll all appear here under their own individual thumbnails. Under the clients tab is where you'll see all of your listed customers. And then under the settings is where you can set the global availability for your one-to-one coaching sessions. So I'm just going to take you through this so you understand what that's about. Now, the first thing you need to know is that Kajabi has its own inbuilt calendar and scheduling feature. So that means you don't have to faff about with Calendly or any other external apps like that, and everything's done within the platform, so it's super convenient and super easy. Second thing you need to know is that Kajabi automatically sets your availability to Monday to Friday, 9 AM to 5 PM. Now, in most cases, you probably won't take coaching calls for all of that time. So it's important to determine the times when you are available so that reflects in the booking system. So you can see here we've got Monday 9 AM to 5 PM, but let's say I wanted to only take calls up until midday, I can set that here. And then if I wanted to start it back up again, say after lunch, I can set my availability to start again at 1 PM and finish at 5. So you can go through the days of the weeks and even set your days on the weekends if that's something you wanted to do. Now here we've got the start time increments. This is when the available slots will show up on the booking system. So here we've got 15 minutes. That means booking slots will show up for on the hour, quarter past, half past and quarter to. If you want to change that, of course, you can change it to say 60 minutes and then the booking slots will only show up on the hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So on like that. Open date range is how far out an individual can book a coaching session. So here it's set at 4 weeks, so they can book up to 4 weeks in advance. You can change that to days or even months, whatever suits your preferences. And here we've got buffer time. Now this sets a certain amount of time that kicks in after a coaching session has finished, and it doesn't allow another coaching session to start until that buffer time is up. Just gives you a bit of a time to go grab a cup of tea or take a quick break or prepare for your next session. And then we've got minimum notice as well. So let's say someone hops onto the booking system and they want to book a session. This determines how much in advance they can book it. So if it's something you need to prepare for, then I really don't recommend leaving it 15 minutes because that means somebody can book a session within 15 minutes and then you've got to be online running that call. Super inconvenient. So I recommend setting it to something like 24 hours or even a couple of days, just so you know exactly what's coming up and it gives you plenty of time to prepare for it. Now, if you do want to sync it with your calendars, you can. All you have to do is click these buttons and the Kajabi Scheduler will sync with your calendar and it will populate with all your upcoming coaching sessions. Now you've set your preferences, it's ready to start creating your first coaching product. Don't forget to hit save so your preferences are set in stone. Then head over to Programs and we are going to select a new coaching program. So let's just add a title. You can add the coach's name if you want. You can add a description, and I do recommend uploading a thumbnail. You can go grab a free image from Pexels or sites like that, or you can create one in Canva. It's totally up to you, but just make sure you've got the rights to use the image itself. Now, here we have the option to choose between one-to-one coaching and group coaching. I'll talk about group coaching in a minute, but first let's focus on one-to-one coaching. So add the number of sessions that you want to run, let's say 6, hit continue, and here you've got the option to choose your scheduling and location preferences. I highly recommend using the Kajabi Scheduler just because there's no integrations to worry about, like I've already explained. However, you can integrate directly with Calendly if you want. You can add a custom link, or you can even just handle it entirely off the platform, but I don't recommend doing that because everything becomes disjointed and difficult to manage, and besides which there's no need because you can just use Kajabi. Similarly, Kajabi has its own live stream tool. It's inbuilt into the platform. You don't have to use Zoom or anything like that. However, this is interesting because if your coaching is face-to-face in a physical location, then you can add that in here. So Kajabi can be used for that if that's something you want to offer. And then here you need to just select how long each of your coaching sessions are going to be. Hit continue, and then you can choose your branding colors here. I'm just selecting from the preset options, but you can add in custom color codes here to get your brand colors to match exactly. And hit continue again, and this is where you set the pricing. So here I'm going to just say $500 for a one-off payment, but you can pick multi-pay, which is a set number of regular payments, a subscription, which is ongoing, or you can even let customers pay what they want. However, I don't really recommend that for coaching since it's such a time-intensive thing to do. And then select your payment provider. I'm connected to Stripe. However, Kajabi does have its own payment gateway, but it's only available if you live in the US, Canada, Australia, or the UK. I don't live in those countries, so that's why I'm using Stripe. Once you've done all that, you can just go ahead, save and finish, and your first product is ready. But of course, there's more to do. To show you what to do next, I'm going to take you into a coaching program that I've already built out. This is the one that I literally just set up. So as you create new coaching programs, they're going to appear on this page underneath the Programs tab. To edit, you just want to click the 3 dots and click into Edit Details. And as you can see, here are all the basic program details that we set up earlier. So you can adjust the title, the coach name, the thumbnail, and all of that sort of stuff. But there are a few extra things on this page that I feel are really important to mention. The first is the email reminders that get sent out to customers as their coaching session is coming up. The default one is to send out a reminder 15 minutes before the session start time. I personally don't think that's sufficient because people have a habit of forgetting and they might not be at their desk 15 minutes before a session start time. So you can add in new ones. I recommend sending out around 3 over a 24-hour period. That way you're not bombarding people, but you're giving them enough prompts that they need to be ready for when the session is due to start. Here we've got your availability. Now, we set that up earlier already. That's called your default availability, and that will apply to all coaching programs that you create unless you switch it to custom mode. Now, this allows you to set individual availabilities for each of your coaching programs. So let's say you wanted to run a specific coaching program in the morning and then a different one in the afternoon. You can adjust your availability times to reflect that. And then here we've got Kajabi Live Recording, and this is a fantastic feature because it really gives extra value to your coaching products. If you toggle this to on, what will happen is Kajabi will automatically record your live session and then upload it to the customer portal. They can then go and watch it whenever they want. So it's a great way for them to go back, write down notes, cover any topics that they weren't too sure on the first time around, and just refresh their memory on the subjects that you went through. So I think this is brilliant, and where possible you should definitely use this for your coaching programs as well. Then we've just got the page, the page colors that you can change as needed, and here we can add a page upsell. The page upsell is something that's going to get automatically added to the checkout page of your coaching program, if you choose to include it, that is, and it will give the customer the option to purchase your upsell as well. So let's say you have a course that's associated with the subject of your coaching program. You can just toggle this on, select the offer, add it to your page, and then that will show up on the checkout page, and the customer can choose to purchase it or not. It's entirely up to them. But if they do, then hey, that's extra revenue for you. Then we've just got the notifications here, so it's just going to tell you or the client if a change to the coaching session is saved or when the recording is uploaded and ready for viewing. Now let's scroll up to the top, and we are going to jump into package outline. So this is where you build your coaching program structure, and you tell your clients exactly what's going to be covered in each session. So here you can see I've got 7 sessions set up. If you want to add a new one, you just click add session, and let's just call it that for now. And there we go. It's going to allow me to add all the details, so I can input the description, set the agenda items, and upload any resources that my clients are going to need. Save that once it's done, and it's going to appear here alongside all the other ones. Let's just hop into this one because I've already built it out. So you can see I've set the objective, I've got a good solid agenda here, and I've uploaded 3 different PDFs that my clients are going to need throughout the coaching program. Let's just save that. It's going to take me back to this screen, and let's see what it looks like from the customer's point of view. We're now in a preview screen of what it looks like from the client's end of things. So you can see they've already purchased the product, and then they've got all the sessions listed out here. They can click into them, and they can view the agenda. And I think this is pretty cool actually as well. As the agenda's covered during the session, they can go ahead and tick those off so they know it's done. And I also think this is a fantastic addition to the coaching feature as well. You've got shared notes and you've got your notes. Now your notes means the client's notes, because remember we're looking at this from the client's point of view. Shared notes means that you can see them too. So if the client writes something, perhaps they have a question, perhaps they want to query something that you covered earlier in the program, they can write that here, you can view it, and then you can write a response. So it's almost like a comments box. It's just displayed as a notes format. And then you've got your notes, which is the client's notes. That's private. That's for their own reference only. So I think that's brilliant because it just saves the client from having to write all these things down on bits of paper, which undoubtedly get lost. Keeps everything in one place under the relevant part of the coaching program, and it's easy to refer to whenever the client wants it. And then here we've got the resources. So these are all the files that I uploaded earlier. The client can access them here, download them whenever they need to. And then let's just see what it looks like to schedule a session. They just click this button here. You can format this text, by the way, so it's not quite so massive. And they just select the date and time according to the preferences that you set earlier. They hit confirm, and it is as easy as that. So from the client's end, it's well laid out. It's easy to navigate, and it's super simple to book a coaching session. Let's just hop away from the preview into Kajabi again. Under this tab here, clients, you'll be able to view your existing clients as well as any clients that have taken your coaching program in the past. And then if we just click into offers, This is the offer that we set up earlier. So Kajabi automatically creates it when you create your coaching program. So we'll click into the offer, and this is where you can adjust it. So you can add in a description, you can add in extra products if you want to sell a bundle, you can upload a thumbnail, and just set all the purchase settings here. And then we have the checkout here as well. So this is the actual sales page where the customer purchases the coaching. As you can see, there's a number of things to populate, but I am not going to cover that today because this video will end up too long. But the most important thing is, if you want to offer different payment options for your coaching, then you have to set up a separate offer for each one. So let me just show you here in the pricing tab. Now, we already set the pricing as a one-time payment of $500. Now, let's say you wanted to offer a payment plan so your customers can pay gradually over time and it's less upfront cost. Then you can set up a new offer for that purpose, and you can have as many of these as you want for a single product. Kajabi places no limits on the number of offers you can have, so you're free to create as many product bundles or payment options as you like. So that's really worth knowing for coaching and for anything else that you sell in Kajabi as well. Let me just show you really quickly where you do that. You need to go under the sales tab and click on offers. That will take you to the main offers page. You can either select to click a new offer up here, or you can head down here and you can duplicate an existing offer and then edit it as needed. So that's a quicker way to do it if you've already got existing offers set up and you just want to make small adjustments. Now let's move on to how you set up a group coaching program. Now, this is something I thoroughly recommend because it saves you a whole load of time and it allows you to earn more money. Imagine if you have 10 people that want a coaching program. Rather than teaching them individually, you can bundle them into a group session and you can earn just as much money but in a tenth of the time. So it's a really convenient way to run your programs and fit more customers in. So let's click into new coaching program. As you can see, the setup screen is the same as the one-to-one coaching. There is one small difference though. Obviously you're going to select group coaching and you'll need to give your group a name. Let's say group A. This is because obviously the coaching sessions for group coaching take place at predetermined times. So therefore you might have several groups of coaching going on at the same time, and this allows you to differentiate between them. Let's go back and head into the one that I populated earlier. As you can see, I've set up a group A and a group B. Now, the settings and the outline for your group coaching is exactly the same as I showed you before. It's all there. You can go in and build out the outline and adjust the settings as needed. But what really changes here is if you click into one of your created groups, you can see that we need to schedule all of the upcoming sessions. So to do that, you just click in and you click schedule session, and then you decide what date and time that session is going to take place. Obviously, because it's a group, you can't allow people to choose when and where they attend the session, so it has to be preset. This is also super important. Depending on where your clients live, they may need to give consent for you to record the live session. So please just add that in before you run your sessions and make sure that everybody is comfortable with you recording it and then uploading it after the session has finished. Please don't omit that, because if you do, you may be on the wrong side of the law. So it's definitely something you have to make sure that you do include. So just like with one-to-one coaching as well, you can add in the session details by adding agenda items. You can upload the video recordings here, and here is the notes section. So again, you've got the shared notes and the private notes, and then here is where you upload any of your resources. And if you need to reschedule the session, perhaps you're sick or many people can't make it, so it's better to reschedule, you can just click this and set the new time and date for your group coaching. Let me just show you quickly what this looks like from the client's end. As you can see, since it's a pre-scheduled session, there isn't the option to go in and book it. It's just already set there with the date and time. and then they can click in and view the details as needed. When you're ready to start your session, just make sure you're in the appropriate session and click to start in the top right corner. This will kick off the Kajabi live stream tool. I'm not going to do that now because obviously I'm already filming and that's going to mess my camera up, but it's super easy. You literally just click a button, allow access, and then you will be live. So that concludes the Kajabi coaching tutorial. I hope you found it useful today and got lots of new information. And I also hope that I've shown you how to make even more money by using the group coaching feature. If you like what you've seen today, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe if you want to see more content like this. If you have any questions, drop them below because we are always happy to answer them. And don't forget, if you click the link in the description below, you can get an extended 30-day free trial for a Kajabi plan of your choice. Now there's no reason not to start your business. My name's Jay, thank you for your time today, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.